Someone smashed the glass on the front door, Township Police said. The break-in occurred today at about 2:48 a.m. at the restaurant in the 5400 block of West Michigan Avenue. Police said it doesn't appear that anything was taken from the restaurant and no suspects have been identified. And an inmate in Wexford County has been found guilty again. Already serving time for molesting children, Scott Shewell pled guilty today to possessing child pornography found in a computer flash drive outside Pittsfield Township. Last February, Shewell was hired to complete a remodeling project at the Huron Valley Women's Facility in Pittsfield, where he accidentally left the flash drive behind. Employees found it, opened it to determine the owner, and immediately contacted the police after seeing scores of pornographic photographs of minors. The Michigan State Police said sentencing is scheduled for March 15th.
And Washtenaw County Community Mental Health might be missing more money than they realized. Deborah Ann Ross was arraigned last month on a charge of embezzling $100,000 or more from Community Mental Health over a 16-year period. After taking a new position in the department, Ross continued to collect checks written to CMH to pay for services for one of its clients. Ross deposited the client's checks into a personal bank account, said Derek Jackson of the Sheriff Department. Jackson says the money should have gone into a county bank account. It's unclear whether Ross still works for the county and what position she held that gave her access to money. And in Ypsilanti, a few new options are rolling out to decide how to best make cuts in the school district. Decision makers are trying to figure out which of the proposals will best fit the district and allow for the best placed cuts. One proposal would cause 2 elementary schools to be closed, meaning that those students would have to move to another 2 schools. The district is welcoming concerns and suggestions from the community before they make their decision.
And after all the crazy weather that we've had this week, because we certainly have had some, Wolves weatherman Devon Vaughn went out around Ann Arbor to find out what students thought about this weather. Devon?
The snow is here, folks. As you can see, we've got a blanket of snow on the ground already. Road crews are trying their best to keep up with it, but as you can believe, there's still quite a few places, roads, and sidewalks that are covered. With that news, I went out to see what you students had to say about the snowy weather and to see if you are up to speed on all the snowy weather information you should know. Let's hear what you had to say. What do you think is the greatest 2-day snowfall we've seen in Ann Arbor?
Oh, geez. I don't know. This year, you mean?
Ever.
Ever? Oh, probably back when I was in 2nd grade. I'm from around here, so probably about 2 feet of snow.
2 feet?
2 feet.
24 inches.
24 inches?
I'm going to agree with that. 24 inches sounds about right.
I would guess 12 inches. I wouldn't guess high.
12 inches? That was sort of close. 19.8.
Wow.
That's a lot of snow, right?
Yeah.
What is the latest day we've seen snow in Ann Arbor ever?
April 15th.
April 15th.
May 5th.
April 3rd.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was May.
March 17th.
Probably like April 1st.
Well, the correct answer is May 9th.
No way.
Yeah, pretty late, right?
Yeah, very late.
Are you a fan of the snow, and why or why not?
Absolutely. I pray for the snow, in fact, because I enjoy it when I walk outside and I don't see gray, I see fluffs of white.
Yes, I'm a fan of snow because I grew up in Michigan and it was always fun to play in.
Love it.
I'm a fan of snow when it first falls, but not after the 12th week we have it.
I know, like April is just a little too late.
Exactly.
Okay, so when I first came here, I'm from New York, where it doesn't really snow like this, so I loved it. And then I came back for 2nd semester and it snowed like every day for 2 weeks.
So for all you snow lovers out there, get out and enjoy the weather. And if you don't like the snow, maybe you can enjoy it from behind a window with a cup of hot cocoa. But either way, the snow is here and it'll be sticking around for quite some time. With that, this is Devon Vaughn for Newsfeed.
Thank you, Devon. That is so much snow. And the snow was not just a problem here in Ann Arbor, it affected the entire nation. So for more national news, here's Lauren Blanchard.
Thank you, Mia and Emily. Well, with over 8 million recalls globally, Toyota is in some pretty deep trouble with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. But now, both may be in trouble with Congress. They are questioning whether or not the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration could have done more earlier to prevent the defective vehicles from ever entering the United States. Congress is going to be scrutinizing whether both the automaker and the NHTSA could have recognized the hundreds of complaints prior to the massive recalls, some even claiming to have uncontrolled acceleration, which is the main cause of the recall. The question being asked now is, why didn't they recognize it then, and why is the recall happening so late? And it's no surprise that winter is back, and this time with a fury. Now that we're getting our share of snow and ice here in Ann Arbor, it's hard to remember how much snow they're getting in areas such as Washington, D.C. So much so that the federal government had to close for 2 consecutive days. This threw off votes in the House and in the Senate. The snow is certainly maybe costing a lot of precious time for the government, but I'm sure the kids out there are loving the time off from school. And people in northern Illinois had a rude awakening this morning when a small 3.9 magnitude earthquake hit at 4 a.m. There have not been any serious damages reported other than startled residents. It is the second tremor that hit the area in over 30 years. The town, Virgil, is located about 50 miles northwest of Chicago, and that's what's happening in America right now. Back to you, Mia and Emily.
Thank you very much for that, Lauren. And now we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with some more news.
I'm Billy Holber, and you have just been...
Billy?
Hi, Penny?
That's right.
What are you doing?
Just staying in style with Lady Gaga's new line. You like it?
Hello?
Don, where are you? Why aren't you watching your children? What are you doing?
Kate, chill out. I'm out with the boys watching E-Buzz.
No. It is my night to watch E-Buzz. What are you doing?
Look, I'm watching E-Buzz. I gotta watch E-Buzz. It's my night.
Don, you can watch E-Buzz on the blog. It is my turn to watch it. You go find your children right now.
Oh, there's 8 of them. Why don't you find a few?
Go find your children. I'm watching E-Buzz.
Fine. Oh, you're such a...
And this year's Wolvie for the best show goes to You Say Maize, I Say Blue.
Woo!
Now, I'm real proud of y'all. I'm gonna let you finish. Just saying, E-Buzz has the best show on Wolf TV!
Thanks for sticking with us. Now Devon's back in the studio to give us our full weather report for the week. Devon?
Thanks, guys. It's 24 degrees outside, overcast, and the winds are out of the west-northwest at 5 miles per hour. Today we saw some pretty cool temperatures. You can see we hit a high of 25 degrees. That's a few degrees below our normal high of 32. And you can see the other lows and the records there as well. Looking at the surface map, you can see that the exiting storm system out there in New England bringing some pretty intense snow showers to Pennsylvania, New York City, down to Washington, D.C., which gave us the snow just a few days, or the last couple of days is pushing out of the way. And you can still see a few snow showers down here in Texas, which is pretty uncommon. You've got folks down there, talk to them about it. It's pretty unusual. Looking at the winter weather advisories, that's all of these boxes in white, all the counties in white, I should say. You can see they stretch all along the Gulf Coast, and we've got some blizzard warnings up in New York State as well. Looking at a little closer to home, you can see that the radar is showing some slight returns. That's what these blue marks are here. Those are some light snow showers, very light, more likely flurries. And they'll be pushing into our area overnight, maybe giving us just a dusting, but nothing too much to add to our totals already. So tonight, we can expect mostly cloudy skies again, maybe a passing flurry or two with a low of 18 and wind chills right around 14 degrees, so bundle up if you're heading outside. Looking at tomorrow, you can see that we'll have a high of 28 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, and the winds will be picking up down about 10-15 miles per hour. Look at the next 5 days. You can see that it is going to be about the same from Thursday all the way to Monday. So get used to it. We're going to be stuck in this pattern for the rest of the weekend and on into the beginning of our work week. We can see a couple of flurries Sunday into Monday, but again, just a dusting, no more big accumulations coming up. So luckily, we've seen the snow that we're going to get for the next couple of weeks, most likely, and that'll be it for maybe the month of February even. With that good news for you folks who hate the snow, I'll send it back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Devon. That looks so cold.
I'm not excited about it.
Me either. I hope after this week it starts to warm up. But for now, let's turn to some news that's affecting our state this week. Lansing Mayor Virg Bonero announced that he is officially a candidate for Michigan governor. This announcement was made through a Detroit auto supplier on Monday. There has been some debate surrounding his candidacy due to his recent shift in jobs from legislator to mayor and now to the governor's race. As Governor Bonero would have 3 main priorities: to stop credit companies from charging high interest rates, to put a 2-year moratorium on foreclosure